What we do here is go back, 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 back.
I told you guys that I would share with you something that I did, one of the projects that I did. I may share the other one later, but my creativity is endless. I don't know, sometimes when I get an idea in my head, I just like to I run with it. And this was the first thing I had ever done that was painting wise, and this mural. So it was major. So let me show you. We had this house, and upstairs there was this huge wraparound loft area, and it was very wide. It wasn't like, I would say, like a double wide hallway, so there was a lot of space, and I didn't want the space wasted, and the kids were already playing up there. And then there was a closet in the middle where we kept all of our homeschool stuff and games and things like that. I guess it would be probably a linen closet, but it was huge. It had double doors and everything, and I wanted to make that space function. So around the time, there was this cartoon that used to come on Nick Jr. called, or not Nick Jr., Noggin, back when Noggin was around. That was, yeah, a long time ago, called Oswald. And it was this little blue octopus, I think. And I think if you Google Oswald Noggin, you can see the little character still. But we had this coloring book, and I just kept looking at this coloring book and looking at the coloring book, and the pictures were so vivid, and I thought, maybe I can do that on the wall. And so yeah, so I'm gonna walk you around the hall around the loft and show you what I did. So right here, this is coming up the stairs. So when people would come into the house, there's another part, when I get to it I will show you, but when you came in the front door, you could see upstairs because there was a balcony, and they would see this stuff hanging from the ceiling and all kinds of stuff, and they're like, what is that? And so they walked around to the stairs and got ready to go upstairs, and this is what they saw looking up the stairs. So the kitchen is down the stairs, and so when we ate, we could look up and see this pretty scene. And so what I did was went with an under the sea theme, because of course girls and boys, and I wanted something sort of neutral. And it started with the base. The paint I chose from the Disney line from Home Depot. I think it was some Mickey Mouse something. But here's the sea and here's the sky. So yeah. And it was really pretty because we had the light here up in the stairwell, and it would turn on and illuminate at night. But I don't know if you can see. I used different kinds of acrylics to do the figures. And so this one is really shiny, but I wanted to create a really friendly looking sun, so that's where he came from with the sunglasses and all. And I found these Finding Nemo stickers here at Home Depot. There's some shells up here, some seashells. I found the rest of the stuff at Hobby Lobby. So, except for these, I think maybe I found at Party City. I don't know, maybe Hobby Lobby, but those are little plastic decorations for parties and stuff. But I had to throw a net up there, and there's some more. There's starfish. The green were pipe cleaners for the sea algae and things like that. These little fish right here were felt that I cut out and just, you know, kind of DIY. And let's try Let's see, is there anything else? But yeah, let me take you around the rest of the place. You can see the scallops, the border. That was for the ocean waves. So, alright, so this is moving around the curve. Okay. So here's my octopus. I didn't want to do him blue because we already had blue, so I had to do green. Here's some more of these little fish hanging down and the little waves. And then up here, I did the border for the sky with the rainbows. And the starfish is actually hanging from the ceiling. This fish here is hanging from the ceiling. Voila. And each day, okay, here's my whale. I'm getting ready to explain this. Each day, I just came up with a new idea every, I don't know, day or so. So I didn't do this all at once. What we did was I had help with the base paints. I didn't do the base paints. My husband did the base paints. And then I just came in when I had the time and filled in the wall whenever I had an idea. So this was two of the kids' room, and this whale here. This is chalkboard paint. Okay, I wanted to keep them from writing on the wall. So I came up with the idea to make the wall interactive. Okay, so that I wouldn't have to worry about them destroying the wall, which is why I did that in our homeschool room extension. I have done that chalkboard wall in my friends' homes and garages and things like that. And that one is just a basic wall, but I made it into the shape of a whale. So that was so cool that they could write on the whale. And then down here we have the little rug to model the bottom of the ocean. And then they had a little one of these fold out couches here that they could sit. And so there's coming up the stairs, as you can see. I don't know if you can see down here the detail. I found the Finding Nemo bottom border, so I put it down on the bottom. It's kind of hard to see right here, but I think there may be some along another part of the wall. If I can remember when I get there, I will point it out. Alright, so here, now you can see better. My rug I found at Home Depot. And so when I picked that up, I found the border and I put that there. And they just had a basket right here. They can sit down and read. Oh, I see little bill books. All sorts of books in there. But they would sit there and read. Here's that. This says Tank Gang. And we actually had two of them. So one was around the other side of the house. I am moving down the hall. So over on this wall behind here was another room and the wall with the chalkboard on it. So as you can see up here, there's some fish hanging, some stars, because the scene is getting ready to change on this side of the loft. And you can see, I don't know if you can really tell, but how big this area was, which is why I needed to do something with it. So some more of those fish there. And this is actually the bathroom. I think I have a shot of the bathroom because it has something in it. Alright, so over here would be the bathroom where I just left off coming around. This is the other curve. So, and across over here is actually the balcony. I'm going to get to that. And so this is what everybody was seeing up here. When they would come in the door, they would see this and wonder what it was. So what I did over here, this side, you'll see the side of the wall down here too, is the beach scene. And what I did was turn it to night and day because I like the stars. So the ocean at night or the beach at night. And here's our moon that glows. He glows in the dark. I found glow in the dark paint. So that was really cool. It served as a night light too. And this was actually the hot water heater closet. And I just basically covered it with a trash bag. And then found these little felt glitter squares that kind of represented, you know, the twinkling of the night, and stuck that up there. So it was really cool to come in the house and this is what you saw. Okay. Alright, these pictures are kind of lined up backwards, but here is, we're back at the front actually, because you can see the sun right here. So here's the wall, here's the closet. One of the, well, you can see both doorknobs almost, but that's where it was. You can see the other half of the wall, and there's no border down there, but there's the top border. Alright, so here's the bathroom. So we kept the same thing because it was upstairs and it was kids' bathroom. And we already had this theme going on. And there's some clownfish on the wall. Shh. So it all, the whole upstairs is kind of tied in together, which was really cool. Alright, so the night scene is on the other wall, across from this wall. So here's the balcony. And there's just some kind of picture up there. Here's some little fish, little stuffed animals, like Beanie Babies and stuff. And here's a half wall. And here was a treasure box full of stuffed animals.
This and I found Zach's baby.
Okay. And seashells. Take it in there. And things like that that related to the ocean.
Let's go watch me.
So they would come and sit over here and play with these things in there in the little treasure box. And then here's the other rug, the other Nemo rug. So in the box, I think I found this at Hobby Lobby, I want to say. Because I already had it. I was using it for something else. But, yeah, it all kind of worked out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour. And, wow, this takes me back, way back. Because, I mean, the kids were little bitty. The big kids. I did this for the big kids when they were little. Gosh, I think my oldest son was probably 1. When this happened, almost 2, so he's 14 now. So yeah, it's been a long time, but it's just good to look back on these pictures and say wow. But I had a lot, everybody that came in the house, they always wanted to know who did it, and then can you do it, you know, after they found out that I did this. And like I said, I had no, you know, this was all freehand. I would come in and just draw whatever and go for it. And the kids would come in and they would see, they had no idea what was going on, and they would see something new on the wall, and it was like, oh wow, cool, this is awesome. So that is where my love of murals, and I continued it in our other house after we moved out of this one. We bought another house bought and built another house, and I did not the same thing, but upstairs was painted. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of inspiration and ideas and, you know, creativity. You never know what could be your focal point when you're looking at something. Go for it, you know. Take spaces. It doesn't have to be an entire wall. It doesn't have to be an entire loft. Just whatever you can create, even if it's on a canvas. I see. Yeah. So, like I said, the kids really enjoyed having this to grow up with for a little bit. Oh yeah, we went all out. We had to do the ceiling too, if you noticed. Hold on. Some of our little buddies, I think there was sea turtles and all kinds of stuff up there. And this was a picture with dolphins in it. It was so pretty. So, anywho, if you'd like to see more videos like this, here's a close-up. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave me your comments, your thoughts. See my double waves. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, I ran across this picture. This must be when we first moved in the house. And so you can see the blank wall. No whale chalkboard. It was just a blank canvas. But a lot of space. So alright, so here is the top part of the stairs, the landing coming up the stairs. The other side of it, I think you could on one of the pictures partially see this side of the bookcase. So this is why they had the couch, so that they could read up here. Let me show you the rest. And you can see the couch right there. So we kind of moved the bookcase and painted just this area right here. And that was it. And I think there might have been some stuff above the bookcase, fish related. But yeah, that is how we did things. So the majority of their school stuff was upstairs, but also downstairs in the kitchen, because that's where the table was. We had a bookcase down there, and I would have all of their curriculum stuff down there. So it worked. This was very functional for the time. And I was also working as a child care provider, so I had tons of kids. So that's the reason why you will see toys, lots of toys and things, because I had to keep enough for all the kids, and it was a lot of kids. At most, I can't even say at most, sometimes I had 9, and that was not even including my own. So, and they were all different ages, so I kind of kept a variety of things out and in the kids' rooms as well, because sometimes we would use the rooms. So, since I showed you guys the loft, and I ran across I did not paint the inside of the kids' rooms. We left as is and just I did whatever they wanted, and that's pretty much what we came up with. There's one of the rooms. I need to find the other pictures in just a second. Watching. Here's another picture. It's a different room, but one of the kids' rooms.
What we do here is go back,
show you
back,
what the other
back,
side
back,
looks
back,
like in a
back,
minute. So here's the other half of the room. Dresser. Let's see what dresser would be over here. Yeah. Simple. Just something that they picked out. Personal photos. Other half of this room, you can still see the Thomas in the middle of the floor. Half girl, half boy, but it worked. No paint, just it said their stuff and personal decorations. Kid in the corner, not included in the decoration. Watching something. Let's get that out. Girly, girly. That's what we did with that house.